The stars stretched endlessly across the void, twinkling like distant fires in the darkness. Captain Alex Rayner sat in the cockpit of his small exploration ship, the Aurora, watching the familiar dance of light. Humans were still new travelers among the stars, and most planets remained untouched, their secrets hidden from all but the most daring explorers. Alex had spent years navigating strange worlds, studying alien life and keeping himself alive on countless dangerous missions. He was brave, clever, and resourceful, but he never sought glory. Adventure, he believed, was enough reward. As he scanned the data screens, a sudden faint signal flickered into view. It was unusual, an encrypted distress signal, one that didn't match any known human or alien patterns. Alex leaned forward, curiosity piqued. He traced the signal to a small star system on the edge of known space. One of the planets, a gas giant with a cluster of floating cities above its surface, emitted the signal. His pulse quickened. This was no ordinary mission. Something or someone needed help. He adjusted the ship's course and entered Zithera's orbit. The planet was breathtaking, a swirl of glowing forests, floating platforms, and luminescent rivers suspended in the sky. Alex had seen alien worlds before, but Zithera was different. It was alive in ways that human science could barely explain. Its technology intertwined with nature so seamlessly that it seemed almost magical. The floating city appeared above the forests, massive structures of crystal and metal hovering as if weightless, connected by bridges of light. And at the very center, a tiny pulse flickered, the source of the distress signal. Alex activated the ship's scanning tools. The signal was weak but consistent, coming from a high tower at the heart of the city. Whoever sent it was trapped, and it was deliberate. "Someone's in trouble," he muttered, his voice steady. "And it's not getting help from anyone else." He docked the Aurora on a nearby platform and stepped out into Zithera's air. The world was alive with color and motion. Alien citizens moved gracefully across floating bridges, their skin glowing faintly in patterns that shifted with their emotions. Their eyes, large and expressive, regarded Alex with curiosity and caution. Humans were rare here, and every gaze felt like a question. Alex ignored them, moving swiftly toward the tower. His training in alien environments told him speed and confidence were essential. Hesitation could be deadly. The tower was surrounded by barriers, a lattice of shimmering energy that pulsed with protective force. Alex examined it carefully. He had no weaponry that could break it directly, but he had something more powerful: human ingenuity. He found a maintenance access panel, hidden beneath vines that glowed faintly. With careful hands, he interfaced with it, using logic, timing, and a few improvised tools. The barrier flickered and shifted, giving him just enough room to slip through. Inside, the tower was empty, echoing with soft hums of technology. The signal grew stronger as he climbed higher, winding through staircases carved into crystal walls. Finally, he reached a small chamber. There, in a containment field, floated a figure suspended mid-air. Her skin was silver blue, her eyes deep violet, and her hair shimmered like threads of liquid light. She was slender, graceful, and regal, and yet there was an unmistakable vulnerability in her posture. Alex knew immediately who she was, the source of the signal. Princess Lyra of Zithera. "Princess Lyra?" Alex asked softly. He approached cautiously, studying the containment field. "I'm here to help. Don't worry." Lyra's eyes widened in surprise and fear. Who are you?" she asked, her voice melodic yet edged with panic. "I'm Alex Rayner, a human explorer. I saw your signal. I'm going to get you out of here," he said, trying to keep his voice calm. "I won't ask for anything. Just stay still." She hesitated, suspicion evident in every line of her body. Her people had always warned her about humans, painting them as reckless, impulsive, and self-serving. And yet something in his calm, deliberate movements suggested otherwise. There was trust in his eyes, a promise of safety. Slowly she nodded. Alex studied the containment field. It was unlike anything he had encountered. A mix of energy patterns and alien technology. Delicate but deadly. One wrong move could trigger an alarm or worse. He examined the control interface, using his knowledge of logic systems to find a weakness. Hours of human engineering training, combined with quick thinking and adaptability, allowed him to decipher the alien code. With a series of precise adjustments, the energy field flickered. Lyra floated free. She blinked in disbelief. "You freed me?" Alex smiled faintly. Yes, but we need to move quickly. The raiders who trapped you won't wait long. Lyra steadied herself and followed him as they navigated the tower's winding corridors. Outside, the city stretched below them, glowing rivers of light and platforms that seemed suspended by magic. Alex kept moving, careful to avoid detection. The raiders were formidable, trained to capture or destroy anyone who interfered with their plans. But humans had a way of seeing patterns others missed, and Alex relied on that skill to outsmart them. As they reached the outer edge of the tower, a patrol appeared. Alex ducked behind a support beam, whispering urgently, "Stay close. Follow my lead." Using his agility and quick reflexes, he distracted the patrol, drawing them away just long enough for Lyra to slip past. The human heart was unpredictable, and the raiders had not accounted for it. They pursued patterns and assumptions, but Alex and Lyra were clever and adaptive. Step by step, they made their way to the sky bridge that connected the tower to the nearest platform. The wind from Zithra's floating currents whipped around them, carrying the scent of glowing flora. Lyra hesitated, but Alex reached out, steadying her. "Trust me," he said simply. And she did. They jumped together onto the moving platform, dodging patrols and laser pulses. Alex's knowledge of physics and timing allowed them to avoid deadly missteps. He felt a thrill of exhilaration, the pure human ability to improvise and survive. Lyra's eyes widened in admiration and wonder. Humans were different from what she had been taught. Bold, resourceful, and fearless, yet not arrogant. Her world had underestimated them. Finally, they reached the Aurora, Alex's ship, hidden beneath a canopy of glowing trees and floating platforms. He opened the airlock and Lyra stepped inside, looking around at the unfamiliar interior. This is amazing," she murmured, her fear replaced by awe. Alex shrugged. "It's just a ship, but it will get us out of here." As he piloted the craft away from the city, the raiders' ships appeared on the horizon, their engines glowing like angry stars. Alex assessed the situation. Outgunned but not outsmarted, he relied on human creativity once again. He maneuvered through a canyon of floating platforms, weaving unpredictably, and using Zithra's magnetic currents to give the ship extra speed. The raiders fired, but their shots missed as Alex's instincts and ingenuity kept them safe. Lyra gripped the edge of her seat, watching the chaos unfold below. "You're incredible," she whispered. "No one could have done this." Alex glanced at her, a faint smile on his face. "Anyone could try, but most wouldn't. You needed help, and I couldn't just ignore it." As the raiders fell behind, the Aurora ascended into the upper atmosphere, the planet stretching below them in a canvas of glowing forests and suspended cities. Lyra looked out the window, overwhelmed by both fear and wonder. Why would you help me?" she asked finally, her voice trembling. Alex paused. "Because it was the right thing to do. Not for fame, not for reward, just because it needed to be done." For the first time, Lyra saw humans not as reckless strangers, but as capable, courageous beings who valued life and action over reputation. She felt a spark of respect, and perhaps something more that she had never expected to feel for a human. As the Aurora rose into the calm skies above Zithra, Alex navigated toward a safe orbit, scanning the surrounding star system. "We're not out of danger yet," he said, "but we're safe for now. I'll get you somewhere secure." Lyra nodded, silently impressed. She had been raised in luxury, protected and isolated, but here, floating in a small human ship above her home, she saw the raw, clever power of a human mind. Her people often believed that strength came from technology, royalty, or lineage, but Alex showed her that bravery, intelligence, and selflessness could make someone truly extraordinary. And she realized that humans, this one human, were capable of things no one in her world could imagine. The night sky of Zithra stretched endlessly before them, a mix of swirling auroras, distant stars, and the faint glow of alien cities below. Alex adjusted the ship's trajectory, a quiet confidence in his movements. Lyra watched him, curiosity and admiration shining in her eyes. The bond of trust between them was growing, unspoken but undeniable. For now they were safe and the immediate threat had passed. But the galaxy was vast, and dangers lurked in corners no human or alien could fully predict. Alex had saved a princess, expecting nothing in return. Yet somewhere deep inside he felt that this rescue would mark the beginning of something extraordinary, for both him and the world he had saved. As the Aurora glided silently through the glowing atmosphere, Lyra's mind raced with possibilities. Humans were a mystery, unpredictable and daring, and perhaps, just perhaps, this one human had changed her life, and the fate of Zithera, forever. The Aurora floated gently in orbit above Zithera. The glowing cities and forests spread like a living tapestry beneath them. Princess Lyra still stared out the viewport, her eyes reflecting the colors of her world, a mixture of wonder, gratitude, and contemplation. Alex sat at the controls, calm and focused, monitoring the star charts and navigation systems. He had faced countless dangers before, but something about this mission felt different. It was not just a matter of survival. It was about trust, respect, and the unexpected bonds that could form between worlds. "Captain," Lyra said softly, breaking the silence, "thank you for saving me. I don't know what I would have done without you." Her voice was steady now, but there was a depth to it that spoke of relief and awe. Alex glanced at her, offering a modest smile. "It's what anyone would do. You were in danger and I couldn't just leave you there. That's all." Lyra shook her head slightly, still amazed. "No, humans. You're different from what my people believe. I was taught that humans are reckless, selfish, and short-sighted. But you planned, you thought, you risked yourself for someone else. That is extraordinary," Alex shrugged. "Maybe we are. Maybe not. I just know that helping is worth it, even if no one notices. It's what makes life meaningful." Lyra studied him quietly, then spoke with a hint of determination. "You have earned more than thanks, Captain Raynor. There is a way we honor those who act with courage and selflessness in my world, but it is not what you might expect." Alex raised an eyebrow. "Oh, and what is that?" Her eyes glowed faintly in the dim cabin light. "You will see soon enough. But first we must return to my city. There are matters you must witness, matters that may change your understanding of humans, aliens, and the galaxy itself." The journey to Zithera's central palace was unlike anything Alex had seen before. The city stretched across hundreds of floating platforms, bridges of light connecting crystal towers, gardens glowing with bioluminescent flora, and citizens moving gracefully through the air on personal flight devices. The beauty of the city was overwhelming, but Alex's focus never wavered. He piloted the ship carefully, landing on a secure platform near the palace. Lyra led him through the grand entrance, her hand brushing against his arm to guide him. Alex noticed how the palace blended nature and technology seamlessly. Waterfalls of light flowed down crystalline walls, and plants with translucent leaves glimmered with the energy of Zithera itself. The air hummed softly, alive with subtle energy, and Alex felt a connection to the world he had never experienced before. Inside, Lyra's family awaited, a council of regal beings, their expressions a mixture of curiosity and guarded respect. They studied Alex carefully, taking in his human features, his calm demeanor, and the aura of confidence that came from surviving dangers most of their people could not imagine. "You are the human who saved our daughter," one elder said, his voice resonant and melodic. "We have watched you in the skies. Your actions were unexpected, bold, yet precise." Alex inclined his head. "I only did what needed to be done. Princess Lyra was in danger." "That's enough reason." Another elder stepped forward, her eyes wide with fascination. "Humans as we thought you were impulsive, unrefined. But you have proven that courage and intelligence can coexist. You are worthy of respect in ways we had not considered." Lyra smiled, pride in her expression. "You see, Captain, I told you. There is a reward for those who act selflessly. But it is not wealth nor titles nor the typical honors of my people. It is something greater. Knowledge, understanding, and the power to make a difference." Alex's curiosity piqued. "I don't understand. What kind of reward is that?" Lyra stepped closer, presenting a small device no bigger than a human hand. It glowed softly with internal energy, intricate alien symbols etched along its surface. "This is a Zitheran interface device," she explained. "It allows the user to communicate with and understand alien technology across the galaxy. With it, you can navigate worlds, solve problems, and protect others in ways no human could without it." Alex studied the device, impressed. It was elegant, compact, and seemingly simple, yet he sensed the depth of its capabilities. "You're giving this to me?" he asked. Lyra nodded. "Yes, you earned it through courage, cleverness, and selflessness. This device is a symbol of trust and potential. It is not a weapon of destruction, but a tool for understanding and creation. Your actions have shown us that humans can act with honor, and this is our way of acknowledging it." He took the device cautiously, marveling at its design and sensing its latent power. "This is incredible. I don't know what to say." "You don't need to say anything," Lyra replied. "Just use it wisely as you have used your human ingenuity to help others. The galaxy is vast, Captain, and there are challenges ahead that require both courage and understanding. I believe you can face them." The council observed silently, their expressions shifting from curiosity to genuine admiration. Alex could feel their respect earned not through words, but through actions and decisions that had saved a life and proven humanity's potential. For hours, Alex and Lyra explored the palace, examining technology, culture, and the delicate balance of nature and science that defined Zithera. Lyra shared insights about her people, their history, and the threats they faced. She explained that raiders and opportunists constantly threatened Zithera and neighboring systems. Most civilizations relied on power and dominance to survive, but humans had a unique approach: problem-solving, empathy, and adaptability. "Your people have qualities we have overlooked," Lyra said. "Bravery, intelligence, and the capacity for selfless action. You think, plan, and act in ways that no one in my world expected. That is remarkable." Alex nodded thoughtfully. "Humans learn by doing, by adapting. We make mistakes, yes, but we also find solutions. That's how we survive." Lyra smiled, her admiration clear. "And now, Captain, you have a gift that amplifies that ability. With the device, your ingenuity is multiplied. You can help others, solve problems across the stars, and be a bridge between humans and alien civilizations. That is the reward I promised. A chance to shape the galaxy for the better." Over the next few days, Alex learned to use the device. It responded to his thoughts and intentions, translating alien technology, languages, and systems into comprehensible data. He discovered patterns, solved complex puzzles, and even devised ways to improve Zithera's defenses using only his knowledge and the interface. Lyra observed quietly, impressed by his creativity and adaptability. "Your actions have already changed the way we see humans," she said. "We believed we were advanced, that our ways were the only correct methods, but you remind us that courage, cleverness, and selflessness are universal strengths. Your species has something unique to offer the galaxy." Alex smiled, humbled by her words. "I just did what I could. But I'll admit, it feels good to make a difference." As he worked, the council members began to consult him on matters of strategy and technology. Alex suggested improvements, solved logistical problems, and helped design defensive systems that combined human ingenuity with Zitheran technology. The aliens watched in awe as a human contributed in ways no one had imagined possible. His presence transformed their perspective, opening their minds to new possibilities. Lyra often joined him during these sessions, observing quietly, sometimes offering guidance, but always letting him take the lead. Over time, a bond formed, a mixture of mutual respect, friendship, and the recognition of shared goals. She realized that humans were not only capable of bravery, but of understanding and wisdom that transcended their origins. One evening, as the twin moons of Zithera rose over the glowing cityscape, Lyra spoke softly to Alex. "You have changed my life, Captain, and perhaps more importantly, you have changed how my people see the galaxy. Your actions, your courage, your mind, are a gift we cannot ignore." Alex looked at her, the weight of her words sinking in. "I never expected recognition, Princess. I just did what felt right." Lyra smiled, her eyes shining with sincerity. "And that is why your reward is so great. You have not only saved me, but you have opened the door for humans to be seen as true allies and heroes in the galaxy. That is worth more than any treasure." As the night deepened, the city lights of Zithera glowed softly, reflecting in Alex's eyes. He felt a sense of purpose he had never known, a recognition that humanity's potential was limitless when courage, intelligence, and compassion guided their actions. Lyra stood beside him, a symbol of the bond between species, of the trust and respect that could exist between humans and aliens alike. The adventure that began with a simple rescue had become a turning point, not only for Alex and Lyra, but for the galaxy itself. And though dangers still awaited and challenges would come, Alex knew that humanity had a place among the stars, not just as observers, but as heroes capable of shaping the course of worlds. As he prepared to return to his ship, now equipped with the Zitheran interface device, Alex felt the quiet thrill of potential. The galaxy was vast, full of mysteries and opportunities, and humans, when guided by courage, intelligence, and integrity, could truly rise to meet them. Lyra's reward had been more than technology. It was trust, respect, and a chance to make a difference. He glanced at her one last time before departing. "I won't forget this, Princess. And I promise. I'll use this wisely." Lyra nodded, a smile of confi.